This week I'm going to a Porter Robinson concert. I made a modified version of the heartless top and I don't really like it. It's nothing wrong with the pattern, it's just I don't like the yarn that I chose, it's too thick, I don't like the colors, I made it way too short because I ran out of yarn, so we're gonna scratch that. Did I spend all of yesterday in pain thinking about having to remake a top for this concert? Yes, but I'm over it. I'm over it. So new plan. Last night I started working up a crochet graft and made a smile grid. This is what it looks like, and I'm basically following a top that I think her name is Alexandria Moss. No idea if I'm saying her name right, but she's a very popular crocheting YouTuber, Instagrammer. She's online. And she made a really cute top for the Brat concert that says Brat on it, and it's green, and it's a cute crop top. Now, because of my time constraint, I have literally 4 days. I thought I could do something very similar. I'm going to make a top that says smile on it and then have it flow out towards the bottom, maybe do a mohair at the bottom. We'll see how this turns out. I have a couple different plans that I've decided on. So we have the vision, let's go buy the yarn. We're at the motherland. Michael's not Office Depot. So I ended up buying this loops and thread facets acrylic yarn just because it has a glitter in it and it's super pretty. So change of plans. We're gonna use this colored yarn. So I finished the grid on the front that says smile and also finished the back. So this is essentially just like a tube top right now. If you're feeling a little adventurous, you could really just stop here, but I am not. What I'm actually gonna do is do a kind of ruffled bottom and make it really loose. I think I'm gonna try and knit it instead of crochet it. I think I'll get a nicer texture, and what's the word I'm looking for? A lighter piece of fabric. I'm gonna have to search up probably some knitting stitches because I don't know how to do that. But I'm basically going off this shirt that I saw in Urban Outfitters one time, because if you're a knitter or crocheter, you definitely see stuff in stores all the time and you're like, I could make that. Instead of paying like $70, I can make that for like $200. But I'm gonna try and go off of that top a little bit and see if I can replicate it. So we're gonna do some testing and see what kind of knit stitches look good with this. Welcome to day 2. We only have like 2 more days. So I did a little bit of experimenting and I decided that I wanted to knit the ruffly bit at the end of the top. I think it will lay a lot nicer and I want it to be really loose. We'll see how it goes. So I put together this little bit here. I'm knitting it on I think like 10mm needles, yeah. And I did a bunch of increases, and I think the idea I want to do is make a piece at the bottom and then kind of fold it over itself so that it's pleated and have it be like ruffled like that. I think that would be very, very cute. For this bandeau part, I think I might do a double knitted edge here at the bottom. That way it cleans this edge up a little nicer, and then I have a spot to seam this on. So it's gonna look something like this. I'm gonna pretend I didn't take this apart like 3 different times using like 3 different types of needles. And I'm going to proceed to take this off again and pretend like it's the first time that I'm doing this. It pains me every time. Luckily, these needles are so big that hopefully this knits up quickly. Also, I'm really enjoying this loops and thread yarn. However, what is this? What is this? I hate it. Do better. By the way, future me, you cast it on 70. So I finished this ruffly bit at the bottom and I pinned it all together to kind of figure out where I want to put it. And I think I kind of have a nice placement right now. This part is open, so I'll have to seam this, but it's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So I just have to seam this all together and make sure that there's no holes. So last night I finished working on the top and I attached the bottom part and added straps and little ruffles as well. Every time I look in the camera, I keep thinking that it says slime, which I wouldn't put it past me to misspell something, but no, it says smile. It says smile. I did it right this time. I do have a leftover skein of yarn, so what I think I'm gonna do is make some arm warmers. It is starting to get a bit colder outside as like the fall weather sets in, so I'm definitely gonna be cold wearing this in the evening, so maybe some arm warmers will be a necessity. I'll be a little cold, so something to cover up a little bit. And I was gonna make leg warmers, but because of the weather, I think I'm just gonna wear a longer pair of black pants that I have. I think that just makes the most sense. I'll probably be hot at the concert, but whatever, I'd rather not be cold going there. So, but yeah, I didn't actually think I would be able to turn this out in like 2 days, and I did. So props to me. For the arm warmers, I don't really think I'm going to make them a really specific way. I think I'm just gonna have them cut off here, like at the fingers, probably do a thumb hole, and then just have them go probably to maybe my elbows. This is pretty thick yarn, so I think I can do that without it being a huge problem. I also kind of want it a little bit loose, so I think I'll have enough yarn for that. Maybe I'll make some other little accessories, some hair accessories or something too, to put the outfit all together with this pink, but we'll see. So I'm starting to work on the arm warmers. I casted on, I think 30 stitches, and I'm kind of just working in the round of stockinette. I am a little bit stressed out that I won't finish this before the concert because I'm being completely honest, I'm having a really stressful week at work. While it'll be a fun concert to go to, it's actually coming at the worst time because I'm super stressed. And while I am having fun making this project, it's a little stressful at the same time to kind of add another deadline to my list of ongoing deadlines. Okay, I feel like this looks really small, like, but maybe my wrists are just small. I guess, okay, this is stretchy. It's not super tight, so hopefully this will be able to get over my hands. Okay, I wanted to try the top on with the little working sleeve arm warmer thing I have going on right now. It looks, I think, pretty good. Definitely gonna make this like a longer arm warmer. And honestly, I'm kind of debating of wearing a black t-shirt under this top because I know it's gonna be cold. That won't be fun waiting in line. I'm pretty sure this venue does have a coat check, but it costs money. So that makes me not want to bring a jacket. Also, I totally forgot that I have to weave in the ends for this top still. So tack on more time for that. But that feels like a time crunch thing. Like if I can weave in these ends pretty quickly before, like right before we go to the concert. Based off of how this sleeve is currently going, I think I will have enough yarn for both. And then I started thinking, do I need to make my boyfriend something for the concert? I'm also trying to think like what I would even make. Would I make like a vest, a hat? He's not gonna wear a hat. I guess he's gonna get too sweaty wearing that. But I don't know, like, I don't know. If I have enough yarn, I'll make something. If not, oh well. I did the impossible. I finished it. It's not impossible. I just wanted to say that I finished my project. I did kind of mess up, I think, and make one of them too short, but you know what? You can't really tell because they're different colors and you can just scrunch it up a bit and it'll be fine. So I have my arm warmers, I have my top, They're all ready to go. It's 10 p.m. and I need to pack for tomorrow. So I'm gonna pack all this stuff up, and then on Thursday, I will show you guys the final fit. So it's been a couple days since I went to the Porter Robinson concert, but I wanted to give kind of my thoughts on the concert and how the night went. Overall, this is probably one of my favorite concerts that I've been to. I've been to this specific venue before. I think a couple of years ago, I went to a Beach Bunny concert at the same venue, and the lights, the stage is always so beautiful and so cool that it honestly really elevates the concert experience. And that was no different for this Porter Robinson concert. They had so much confetti come down during this concert. It was so funny because they had kind of these long streamers that fell probably towards the end of the concert, and they all kind of clumped together. So when I looked behind me, a huge clump of streamers just fell on top of people. But I got some really cool pictures and photos of the streamers coming down and the confetti, and obviously, you know, the concert. I actually had several people come up to me and ask me if I made my top, which was super sweet. I wasn't expecting that at all. When I initially was getting into the line, there was one person that complimented my top, and there was someone later on in the night that stopped me as I was leaving and like took a picture of my top, which I thought was so cute. There was a little incident with my top though, and I didn't realize this until I sent a picture to one of my friends, but she said that my top kind of looked like it said MILF on it, because when I would have my arms down, my arms would cover the S and part of the E. So it looked like my shirt said MILF on it. It was funny, especially because I think that last girl that came up to me and complimented my top also thought that my top said MILF, but when she saw that it said smile, I think she was like, oh yes, that makes a lot more sense. This was my first sort of like EDM concert, so I really didn't have many expectations going into it, but I have to say the crowd was super great and super polite. I feel like in some other concerts I've been to, the crowd has been really rowdy or loud. I think we only had one experience of someone in the audience that was trying to start a mosh pit when no one wanted to start a mosh pit. I felt really bad too because it was a pretty big guy who was, you know, throwing his body around, and there was a girl who's probably around the same height as me and I'm pretty short, who looked super uncomfortable, and she got hit by this guy. So that wasn't the greatest, but someone spoke to him and he quickly stopped doing that. So luckily, for the most part, the whole night went really well. I also picked up this t-shirt that says Smile Tour, and then on the back, I don't know if you can really see it, but it has his little cartoon face on it, and it says Porter Robinson, I think, but it's a really, really cute top. There was another one too that had the concert dates in the front, but my boyfriend ended up getting that one, so I got the fun tie-dye shirt. Yeah, overall, I think I would rate this concert experience like an 8 out of 10. It was a lot of fun, and really it was just that one guy that kind of deducted it a point. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!